When I'm walking down the street, people are looking at me. What they see is a masterpiece created by the king. I am different by design, and I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
You're listening to Be Inspired, your one-stop shop for inspiration. Stay tuned for your inspiring show. Now, here's your host, Erica.
Welcome to the Be Inspired Cafe. I'm Erica Latrice, your host, and I'm so excited about who I have today in the Be Inspired Cafe. He is sure to inspire you. He is a filmmaker, owner and founder of Indio Films, and a great friend of mine, Terry Barnes. How are you doing today, Terry?
I'm pretty good. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. I hope you have some inspiring messages and words of encouragement for those watching.
I'll try.
So, Terry, you've done something that it's encouraged me, just seeing your passion, seeing how you've jumped out and followed your dreams, essentially. And you now have a new film that's being released shortly. So can you tell those watching a bit about the film that you have coming out?
Basically, we have a documentary. It's called Bear Country Back to the Big Game. Pretty much we followed the New Bern High football team from day one all the way until the end of their season. And like I said, it was just a bunch of ups and downs, and just seeing the growth from the sophomores, the freshmen, all the way up to the seniors. And like I said, it was a great project. We had a good time, and like I say, you have to wait to see the movie to actually find out what happened there. So.
Yeah, you gotta wait and see the movie. You hear that plug? So, but we'll have information about that. What would you say to that person that maybe they're hesitant about stepping out and doing something that they're passionate about? Maybe they're worried about what people will say about them. What words of encouragement would you give?
I would say you have to be your own motivator most of the time. Some folks will be blessed enough to have family, friends, and even a team to support. But sometimes starting out, you may have to, do everything yourself. So you have to be a big motivator and supporter of yourself. So make sure that you do that for one, and then for two, just study your craft, whatever it is you're trying to take. Schooling, out there, just doing it. Like I said, sometimes it's best to just jump out and do it instead of keep thinking and thinking, because sometimes the opportunity can pass. So if it's something you're passionate about and something you love to do, and pray on it and give your all to it, anything's possible, I think.
I agree. Anything is possible when you don't care. Like sometimes you really have to get that attitude that I don't care what anyone else has to say about it. What would you say would be one of your biggest obstacles that you faced in producing the film, and then how were you able to get over it?
Basically, anything you do is something new and is something different. So you're gonna have to figure out the process for one, and that was a big thing, figuring out the process, legal things as far as paperwork, making sure everything is done the right way. Then you're gonna have equipment. So as best is go and take a list of everything that you would need to do. Study it, and then make sure that you're checking off things as you go along. Some things you'll be able to accomplish, some things you won't. But like you said, some things will happen, throw you off a little bit. But that's sometimes that's just a test to make sure that if this is what you really want and you keep going. Like I say, it's easy to quit, but for me, it's harder to give up. So it's best to just keep at it if it's something you want to do.
Absolutely. I had a pastor that used to say, many times, like starting a business or if you're getting ready to do something big, there's a lot of paperwork. Yeah. And he said most of the times all the paperwork is not necessarily needed. It's just to weed out pretenders. If you're not serious about it, any little thing can stop you from going. But if you're serious and you're passionate, then 200 pages or 10 pages isn't going to stop you, from pursuing your dreams. So what is the best way that we can support what you're doing, and how can we get our hands on the documentary?
Basically, you can, right now, a lot of clips is on YouTube. So if you Google Bear Country, anything with Bear Country, Indio Films, my name, Terry Barnes. If you go to YouTube, you'll be able to start seeing clips from the documentary. Social media, we have Twitter is at Indio Films. Facebook is, we have an Indio Films page as well as a Bear Country Back to the Big Game page. And like I said, of course, the regular Terry Barnes page on Facebook. Instagram is Indio Films. Pretty much, if you Google Indio Films, you'll see us somewhere on your social media. Website, indiofilms.com.
So in short, Google him, because he's, kind of a big deal, right? Just Google him.
Sure.
Well, Terry, is there any last word of encouragement or anything that you think those watching should know about either your documentary coming out or just a word of a tip to be inspired that you have for them?
Basically, I'd say like if you have a dream, just make sure you follow it. Make sure you do it. Like I said before, do everything you need to do to accomplish that. An idea is okay, but when you start putting that idea and plans into action, that's when the dream becomes true. Because the dream can stay in your head, but you have to take the steps to actually get it out there on paper and then out to the world. So I just say, just be inspired.
Be inspired. Well, thank you, Terry, for being in the Be Inspired Cafe, and thank you all for watching. There are more interviews to come. So visit us online at beinspired247.org. Peace.
I would say one of my best memories here at the NCHSAA, hands down, is when you provide that championship trophy to that team who has put so much work, the blood, sweat, and tears that we all talk about from the start of football season to the end, or from the start of basketball season to the end, or baseball or volleyball or soccer season. And the fact that I'm able to hand that championship trophy to those young people at the end to really culminate their journey to a state championship has been the most memorable thing for me sitting in the commissioner's chair.